Rand Paul submitted a question and some unintentional comedy at the big impeachment to-do when Justice Roberts refused to read his question. Why? Well, Roberts didn't say, but apparently it's to protect the identity of the whistleblower. At least that's what all the media is blathering about. But Paul has since read the question aloud and pointed out that it makes no reference to a whistleblower. Here's the question. Are you aware that House Intelligence Committee staffer Sean Misko had a close relationship with Eric Ciaramella when at the National Security Council together? Are you aware, and how do you respond to reports that Ciaramella and Misko may have plotted to impeach the president before there were formal House proceedings? Now, as far as I'm aware, there's no mainstream media, left or right, that will air this question. Not CNN and not Fox News. In fact, when Paul appeared on Fox, they specifically asked him not to read it. So this is not a right or a left thing. It's a truth thing. And here's the truth. By claiming that Paul revealed the whistleblower, it proves something else. It proves that the media knows who the whistleblower is. It proves that Justice Roberts knows, and that Adam Schiff knows, and for that matter, even I know who the whistleblower is. It's Eric Ciaramella, or however you pronounce his name. Now, is it really vitally important to protect the identity of whistleblowers? Well, maybe. But if so, how do you explain the total lack of protection and outright condemnation of previous whistleblowers like Eric Snowden? What's the difference? Why is no one even allowed to say Eric Ciaramella's name? But Snowden was subject to a public smear campaign and an international manhunt. Well, it's pretty obvious. Snowden was a threat to the establishment or the deep state or powers that be or the swamp or whatever you want to call it, while Ciaramella works in their interests. That's the difference. Ciaramella is on the side of unelected crap weasels who infest government departments and intelligence agencies, who feed off the taxpayer a dime like a bunch of demented parasites. Snowden didn't. And so this ridiculous charade of pretending not to know who Eric Ciaramella is goes on. Not to protect Ciaramella, but to protect the deep state from you ever finding out what Ciaramella was up to. After Paul posted his question on Twitter, an absolute storm of retarded partisan comments reacted to it. Here's a few. Arrest and force Rand Paul to resign for breaking the law. Why are Trump's defenders feel they are above the law? What law is that? You mean the law against outing whistleblowers? Well, how do you know who the whistleblower is? And if you don't know, then is there a law against asking Eric Ciaramella questions? Or even mentioning his name? Is Eric Ciaramella now immune from any and all inquiries? Forever and now to the end of time? Why is that? Now, some other responses include, I reported both of your tweets for attempting to out the whistleblower. You're a thug for trying to out the whistleblower. Said by someone who gets direct payments from Putin. And finally, why is there never a Rand Paul neighbor around when you need one? Now, this last one is an indirect wish for violence to be done to Paul, who was assaulted a few years back by a deranged neighbor. So, who is it exactly that needs protection here again? As far as I know, no one, right, left, center, or upside down, has made any sort of threat to either the anonymous whistleblower or Eric Ciaramella. So, if and when Ciaramella comes under scrutiny, and that's not likely, I'm pretty sure that his violent demise will not come from the right, but rather from the deep state swamp of the left. So if push comes to shove, just let me be the first to say, Eric Ciaramella did not kill himself. Peace out.